Greetings. I am the Elite Sun Goddess, the Goddess General, sharing my energetic signature with the globe. Divine Collective, we have the Father of Fire. Okay? So, if anyone has a question at this moment that requires a yes or no response, this is a yes to that question. This is what this card signifies, okay? Now, this is a card for visionaries who are passionate, who understands that all things are possible as we work within the collective conscious, using our resourcefulness and willpower to manifest for ourselves and collectively. Using our tools, talents, and skills to turn our ideas into reality for the greater good of all as we move forward confident. This is what this card is speaking to the collective. We also have the Fool and the Magician. The Fool represents unlimited potential, new beginnings, spontaneity, and taking a leap of faith into the unknown. It is a vibrant, optimistic nudge from the universe to trust your intuition and embrace fresh adventures without fear. Okay? So we got passion ignited and trusting and embracing your intuition to move forward into the unknown, because there are some prophecy things happening that you have manifested. With the Magician card being here, which is the ultimate tarot card of manifestation, willpower, and resourcefulness. Now, in this card, we have, if you can see, Shango. That's Anubis to me, okay? Anubis. And in this, right up above Shango, we have the ram, along with the fire element, okay? Shango is a powerful Yoruba, sorry about that, Orisha of thunder, lightning, fire, justice, and masculine power. We also have Anubis here, okay? And Anubis represents the god of death, which tells me with Anubis and Shango and then the Magician card being here that the Divine Collective that I'm speaking to, the real magicians, we have been protected from some death magic that has gone back to the original source, okay? Now, with this fire surrounding this Orisha, it represents an active masculine, okay, and transformative force symbolizing divine energy, willpower, passion, and spiritual illumination. It represents the vital spark of life that drives creation and destruction and radical inner alchemy. Hence the Magician card, okay? Now, Aries is important and significant because it represents the primordial will to be, the initial sudden spark of divine life force emerging from nothingness to begin creation, symbolized by the ram. It acts as the cosmic pioneer, spiritual warrior, and seed point containing the potential of the entire zodiac cycle. Okay? Now, the core principles are the will to create. It embodies the raw, unshaped impulse of spirit breaking into form and matter. And the esoteric rulership behind the astrology, it assigns Mars to Aries. Now, there are esoteric teachings of Alice Bailey that links Aries to Mercury. So there is something here also, Divine Collective, about communication, some form of communication on a new adventure for you. Mercury is also representing the higher mind, the illumination and translation of divine ideas into conscious awareness. So that just speaks to me that whatever this communication is, it's concerning your purpose. And it's on a level, an elite level, let me say it, because that's what I heard. It's an elite level when it pertains to the spiritual community, okay? Now, dealing with the spiritual evolution and path of Aries, you should know that Aries rules the head, okay? And it acts as the initiator of cycles, pushing consciousness out of the darkness of ignorance, avidya, and into individual awareness. So again, as Source just revealed to me, whatever this communication is with this elite level of the spiritual community, and not the elite that you all may be used to. These are high vibrational energies, divine energies that represent the elite, okay? But it has something to do with speaking, with presenting information to the masses. That's what I got with the spiritual evolution and the path and the initiator of cycles, pushing the consciousness out of the darkness of ignorance. So waking people up, okay? That's what it's about. Waking people up. Now, the balancing act moves from raw, selfish impulse toward its polar opposite, Libra, where the isolated ego learns relatedness, harmony, and the shift from me to we. So, Libra rising is very significant here, okay? Because the divine ones that will be taking these positions are those who have mastered the ego or transcended the ego and do not speak for selfish gain. It's for the collective conscience, not just their own consciousness. It's the collective conscience, okay? Now, it's very important to remember that operating in the energy of Aries, because we are all signs, and we even transcend that to Ophiuchus, but we're not talking about that right now. Concerning the zodiacs, when it's concerning the Aries energy, the shadow aspect of that can manifest as destructive self-will, impatience, and spiritual arrogance if the fiery force is not tempered by higher discipline. And what is that? On the path of spiritual evolution, one must know that we have to gain balance within ourselves. Gaining balance within ourselves allows us to, or one would have to submit, and that's submitting to your higher self, okay? Submitting to source. In submitting to source, this is how you temper and you ground yourself in your ego to move forward on your path, to be able to transcend the ego, so that as you move forward and you step out on these missions and these different assignments, that you're not being led by the ego aspect of the self. You're being led purely by source energy. Okay? And that's what I have for you. So this message will be for those, again, I said, who are the visionaries, who are in alignment to public speaking could be significant. Just those who are set apart to be leaders for the masses on a global scale. That feels like what this is, okay? I am the elite sun goddess, the goddess general. I am master, and I self Lord. Ashe, Alaseh.